I'm for hire, I'm a seller, I'm a buyer. Conversations with me in the lounge as we scream. You know me, Matt Morgan, subject board, follow him. I'm the comic man. I'm the comic man.
Oh, hello, ghouls and ghosts. It's Matt from Heroes for Hire Comic Club here. Another episode of Comic Conversations. You know, it's Halloween month, so I call everybody ghouls and ghosts. But you want something good to look at, there you go. We got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I found that the other day. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to bring on my good friend from the Lone Star State of Texas. But he's a really good guy, and I think you'll like him. Here's my friend, Nerdy Geek Comics.
Oh, hello.
You got him reading some heavy metal.
I'm just reading some heavy metal with
taste.
Sveta Strbina. What's up, Matt?
Yep, I need that. I wanted to get that one, but how are you doing? It's just
I'm good.
By the time I put it in my cart, and I was hoping it would be there till the 31st, but of course my comic shop sold out immediately. So
I got you, homie. I told you I got extras.
All right, I have to hit you up on the 31st. I don't get paid the 31st, but I also have plenty of these. I'm going to sell some of these too. I'm going to have a claim sale. Me and Big Jeff, if you want to be a part of it, by the way, I forgot. I guess I should have said it backstage, but we were going to do this weekend, and I forgot it was Comic Screen Cancer Weekend. So we might do it next weekend if you want to be involved in it. You know, because I know you were wanting to get rid of some books at one point. So
I do. I need to get rid of some books, but next weekend I'll be out of town. I'm going to a wedding down in San Antonio.
Well, maybe the next one we might do more than one. So we got our good friend Robert Pops Gramps Springs.
Hey, Pops.
Hello. How you doing, Pops? Good to see you again. It's always good to see you. I like Pops. He's always he's a supporter, good friend of the channel, and he's a friend of mine. So I follow him I follow him on Facebook too. He's always got some motivational quotes, which I like. Well, anyway, we just hang out and
Lady Prime, how are you?
Kind of BS about comics and movies. Oh, Lady Prime. Hey, Lady Prime. She was dressed like a really great cosplay the other day of Lady Death, her and Madam. And I had fun. I was in the chat helping mod for Cliff's stream the other night, and I had a blast. I still think that you three need to do a show, Lady Prime. Just like, I don't know, some kind of show. I think y'all got great chemistry, so a good time. She says she's dandy. That's good to hear. I'm excited. It's Halloween is quickly approaching. It's probably my favorite time of the year. I've probably watched I've at least watched 50 scary movies in the last 21 days probably. Me and Jeff watched Friday 13th part 4 and part 5 last night in my Discord. And if anybody wants to come, I had fun watching it. That was probably one of the best streams I've ever not been a panel on, just been in the chat. So so if anybody wants to you or anybody, if you want to a link to my Discord link is in my bio on my channel. So just click it, and we'll be in the Bad Cinema screening room, and we're going to watch Halloween 1 and part 2 tonight. So because I got to review it next week. Yeah, the only 2 movies that I'm reviewing this month that I haven't watched yet are Halloween 1 and 2, because we're kind of doing them both together. Because you can't really talk about Halloween Part 1 without talking about Halloween Part 2, because it's basically the same movie. But if you notice, that's about that same thing with Friday. Like the Friday movies, Friday 1, there's like a year takes place before the next one. But then Friday 13th 2, Part 3 takes place at the same time after that crime scene. And then Part 4 takes place after Part 3. And then they jump in time again in Part 5 because they wanted to. Never mind. I could talk about that all night. So I don't really have like a list. I used to have a list of questions, Nerdy, but I don't know. I don't really do that no more. I don't really look like a guy with plan, to quote Heath Ledger as the Joker. I'm just a dog.
I look like a guy with a plan.
Yeah, that's right. I just do stuff.
I'm like a dog chasing a car. If I ever caught it, I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that kind of like, you know what though? That mentality kind of sums the Joker up. Though I always thought that Heath Ledger really got that character. Like,
Yes,
he don't really care about
absolutely did.
money or prestige or being the top. Yeah, he just don't care. He just wants to cause trouble, chaos, anarchy.
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted was chaos.
Yeah, that's a good idea, right? Hey, Pops has got a good idea. He said, Lady Prime and Madam should have a YouTube channel and call it Ladies on Comics. Yep. They could give cosplay tips to everybody because they're really good at it. And yeah, there you go. That's you got $1 million idea right there. It's like when I did when I was talking to Comic-Verse the other week, and he's like, and you ought to just do a show about horror movies all the time, right? And I was like, you know what? You're right. He said, we could call it Friday Night Frights. I said, I hope you don't mind. I'm still in that. So,
oh yeah, I was listening to
like
that.
I said, I don't have.
It was during y'all's Return of the Living Dead one, right?
And then we got Phil.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
What's
Welcome
up,
to
Phil?
Costco. I love you. That's a little quote from what's the name of that movie?
Idiocracy. Idiocracy.
Yes, that's right. See, I'm an idiocracy. I'm an idiot too. I couldn't even think of it. Anyway,
man, the first time I watched that movie, I thought it was funny, but now when I watch it, that first 5 minutes, I'm like, oh God, that's how society is right now.
I kind of feel sad now.
Yes.
But I love Terry Crews as the president. President Hector Camacho Mountain Dew. And matter of fact, I wanted to. I wish I could cosplay as him. Like, I mean, I would just like to get like a blonde wig and like a red, white, and blue like cut off. Like I'm Hector Camacho Mountain Dew. But I don't know.
This is the smartest guy in the world. I thought your head would be bigger. It's small, kind of like a peanut.
I like the one where he's like, "Go away, I'm baiting. Go away, I'm baiting." And then they said about the Gatorade, it's like it's got electrolytes and shit. He said it's supposed to help. Uh-oh, I got a dog tangled up in the cords over here. My light's probably going to go out, but okay, puppy, be careful. Yeah, there goes the light. It's okay. We'll just go with one. She gets excited.
What's up, buddy?
When I'm talking loud, the little puppy gets excited. Don't you, girl? All right. Anyway, Mom said I was talking so loud last night I was screaming, but I don't know. I do it because the microphone is built into the laptop, so I'm afraid if I don't speak up, nobody will hear me. But if anybody in the chat says I'm talking too loud, let me know. All right. Yeah,
I feel the same way, and the mic's right in front of me.
Yeah, I got the only question I really asked to start out with is like, when did you start collecting comics? When did you fall in love with the hobby of collecting comic books and reading them?
So when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money. I loved, I grew up watching Batman, the animated series, and of course the X-Men. Some of my friends had comics because again, we were, I don't know what happened, Matt. Anyways, guys, I'll keep telling y'all the story. I didn't have a lot of money growing up, so whenever I would see the comic books, that my friends have, I would try and read them. And there you are.
I hit the mouse and it knocked me out.
No worries. I kept going just in case.
Good.
So, I would read their comics, but I never had any. I think I had one comic book. It was a Donald Duck comic books where he was dressed as a samurai. That's the only one I ever owned until I was 25. When I was in Iraq, we would get care packages sent to us, and my care package, one of them had a Wizard magazine in it. And I flipped through that thing, read it to cover. I saw the Michael Turner art that was in there for, I want to say it was Justice League, maybe. And whenever I read it, I was like, man, if I ever get home, I'm going to start collecting comics. I'm going to buy this comic book. I'm going to buy this artist. Like, I had always wanted to do it, but by the time I was 25, I had some expendable income, so I started buying them as soon as I got home. And from '05 to about 2014, I was, your Wednesday warrior. Every Wednesday going in there, buying my
Yeah.
comics. I was the guy who bought 3 of every copy, one to read, one to sell, and one to keep. Even though I've never sold a comic, I've always said that. I've always bought 3 of something I really like. Never sold a comic, but I've always done it that way. But in 2014, we had a flood in this room, and
Oh no.
my 12 long boxes all got ruined in the flood,
Oh
and I didn't
no.
have the heart to keep going. So I quit until last year. Last year, I finally jumped back in, made it back to the comic shop and everything. But
Man,
yeah, that's how I started collecting.
I kind of had something similar happen. I had like I was collecting retro games before it was cool to collect them, right?
Yeah.
So I had like a Neo Geo and a TurboGrafx 16.
Oh,
All the ones I wanted to get all the ones I didn't have when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
right.
And so like that, and then all my comics, I had like Spawn, like I had like every issue of Spawn at that point. This is like '05 or something like that, and every G.I.
What's
Joe
up,
comic.
Wellborn?
I had every G.I. Joe comic and all that, every Amazing Spider-Man from when I was a kid, including like 300 and all that stuff. So I got them like off the newsstand, and and I didn't get them in a comic shop. I mean, I had to go to like 7-Eleven. If the 7-Eleven didn't have ASM, I would go to the drugstore.
Yeah.
And then I go, Monty, go to the grocery store, and she was like, okay, because I didn't have a lot of friends when I was real young, because I didn't get to go out and play a lot because I was disabled. And but yeah, all that was gone. They probably we call the Beverly Pillbillies around here, because OxyContin was like the big drug of choice for them. And that reminds me, I got a bad joke. You know what this is? That's the hillbilly mating call. And don't worry, everybody. That's blood pressure medication, by the way. So I don't do that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah, but in my original collection, I had like I've always been a Harley Quinn fan ever since I saw her in Batman the Animated Series. So I had the Amanda Conner run, and I had 3 copies of the Adam Hughes Harley in the straitjacket.
Yeah,
all gone. That's like a $500 or $600 book now.
Yeah,
gone. All my Michael Turner collection that I collected back then, gone. Yeah, I had some books that would have been right around 500 to 1,000, just gone.
And I'm thinking you probably had the Brubaker run of Captain America and all that stuff too, didn't you?
The what was it? The 2000?
Like the first appearance of Winter Soldier. That's like 2004 or something like that.
No, because it was 05 when I started.
Okay.
05, because I got home in March of 05.
Okay, yeah, that came out. Actually, it was 06 when that came out, I think.
Okay, then I probably would have, yeah, because I was collecting Cap. Because I remember when they killed Cap in issue number 25, and how it was a shock, and how I was allowed to get my 3 copies, but everyone else was allotted to just 1. And they're like, well, I'm gonna let you get 3 because you've been collecting Cap and you've always been buying 3. Because that's when everyone else was trying to run in and buy all the copies because they killed him.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
I was worried about that too when it happened. I was like, man, are they gonna kill him? But when I got back, and I remember the Miles Morales issue. So it might have been 07 or something when that happened to me, but because I remember not getting that when it came out, like the first appearance of Miles Morales. I was like, I like Peter Parker. I don't need another Spider-Man, right? And I could have bought like a couple of copies. I wish I had now.
Oh, I know.
Although it would have probably been stolen by then, though. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't have had it. But so it doesn't really matter, I guess, in the long run. But like,
when did Miles come out? Was it 14, 15?
Was it 2004 or something? I'm talking about like the first appearance.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's like 04 or something like that. Or
is Phil, it that long ago?
Phil, when was the first appearance of Miles Morales as Spider-Man? Like in Ultimate? When did Ultimate Fallout? Let's look at when Ultimate Fallout 4 came out. I'll Google it. Phil usually knows. It says 2011. Okay. Miles came out. So I was kind of buying them sporadically then is what it was. Because what I did was after I lost all of them, I started collecting like trades. I just started getting like trades and stuff. And because I love the movies, I still love the movies. And I remember seeing that and they're like, oh, you need to get this. This guy said this. I said, nah, I don't need it. So Fallout came out 2 months earlier than that. All right. Yeah, but I started getting back into it about the time, like, when they had the new Captain America, when Falcon took over for him, when Sam Wilson took over as Cap in the main continuity, and then they had Laura Kinney was coming out, and she'd already been out, I think, and then like they changed Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel, and then they brought in the new Miss Marvel. They called the all new, all different Avengers. I started reading again, but I started kind of reading digitally, like on.
What's up, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce. I was reading digitally at that time, but
I do a lot of digital reading because I'm dyslexic, so it's easier for me to focus when it goes panel to panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also like the way you could do it because you can like focus in on one panel if you have like an iPad or something.
Yeah.
And the one thing I really liked was when they had the DC Universe. Remember the DC Universe? When you could go there and watch Swamp Thing and all that, and they had the channel. And I used to watch DC Daily religiously. Every day. It was like a 30-minute talk show they had, or hour talk show. And it was kind of like Good Morning America for DC Comics. And then they had like an option, though, where you could read the comics on your TV. And I had a 52-inch Sony. And I would just sit there and like read The Dark Knight Returns. And with my remote, just click it to the next. You could do it to where it would play the next panel like a movie.
Yeah.
And I would.
Yeah, I remember DC Universe. I like DC Universe.
I did too. I was really pissed off when they get it because I was there. I subscribed to it on day one until it ended, and then they changed it to the new DC thing. So
yeah, the Infinite.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah. I mean, it's got all the books, and the one good thing about the DC Infinite is it's you pay like. I feel like I'm talking too much here, but.
Happy day, baby. Come
The
on.
dog's okay. Bye, dog. She took off the couch, just bounded off the couch towards mom. The bed. Anyway, hey Jeff, we got Big Jeff's here.
What up, Jeff?
But you know what I mean. It's like I don't know what are. I know we talked about you like Captain America, and I like Captain America. What are some other characters that your favorites to collect, or favorite titles to collect, like right now?
So titles right now. I'm no pun intended, but like I'm all in on the Absolute Universe. Yeah. I'm caught up on every single book except Martian Manhunter. I couldn't get into the art style, even though everyone's telling me I need to read it, that you just push past the art style and the story's good. Eventually I'll get to it, but everything else, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, like I'm caught up. I've read them all. I'm loving it.
I wish I'd stuck with it because I quit Batman after like issue 2.
Yeah, Batman, the first 6 issues weren't great. It was a lot of exposition. It was really different from what we're all used to. So it was
what my problem was,
Yeah, it was really different. But once you get to, I want to say 7 or 8, when Mr. Freeze is introduced, from then on, every issue is just better and better.
I got a question. Is it too late for me to just start reading it? Like, what if I just picked up the next issue? Because I read the one with Catwoman shows her new outfit. I saw that one because we read it on Bruce's show.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would at least start off with the introduction of Bane, because that Bane story is so good.
All right.
And that way you know what he's up against.
Well, I could read it online, I guess. I could get I get the PC, and then I could just read it that way. I regret getting rid of it, but I miss on stuff like that all the time. Like when I was starting out, like when Ultimate Spider-Man started.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up issue 1, and then I had to go pick up the 3rd print because the issue 1 just blew up.
That's what I heard. See, I think Ultimate Spider-Man came out a few months before I got back in. So I think I started picking that up around issue 7.
All right. Yeah. But I like the Superman too, though. Like we read that one, and I really like how
Superman's been good.
How his cape is like just another character now. I kind of like
Soul.
Him.
Yes.
I like Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the first couple of issues, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to feel about Absolute Superman and Soul. But now it's like, man, Soul is his own character. I really like
Yeah.
Soul as a character. And to me, that's been the most consistent of all of them. And I'm not saying it's the best, but it's been the most consistent story of all of them. Batman's had lows, Wonder Woman's had lows, Green Lantern and Flash have had some lows, but Superman's been really consistent. But now it's starting to get really good now that he's getting introduced to Ra's al Ghul. I'm loving it.
Well,
But
the comic shop I go to, they have a
Uh-huh.
lot of the back issues, and he just has a sale on where it's like you can get 2 back issues and get 1 free. So I'll probably have to go there when I get paid and get some back issues.
Yeah, and I would imagine Absolute Superman isn't selling nearly as well as Batman or Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
so you'd probably be able to find your back issues pretty easy and not
Yeah.
expensive. Like I think an Absolute Batman raw copy is going for like what, $40-$50?
And I don't know about you, but like there's something about like I mean I know you see you read them digitally like that, but there's also something about like holding them in your hand though. You know,
There
Well, like,
is.
get mad at me because they're like, oh, well, just read them, online. I'm like, well, I know, but yeah, I mean, if it helps you though, like you were saying, with the dyslexia, that's great. And I'll probably just have to just bite the bullet. But the only problem is I don't have an iPad right now. I have a Samsung.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
harder to read on that. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
I
I
hear
can
you.
get it on my computer, I guess. But I'm going to get an iPad again. I had one, I lost it. I don't know where it was. A Samsung. But anyway, I got the shit to do what we're talking about. What have
That's
you been
literally
reading?
what I have. That's when I read them. I read them on my Samsung.
Oh, cool. Hey, watch out, Bruce. It is Halloween month.
Oh,
right. Don't worry, guys. See, look. It's like that joke I told yesterday. I was like, so I picked up this hitchhiker, Nerdy, and he said, why'd you pick me up? I'm surprised you picked me up. I could be a serial killer. I said, nah, the chances of 2 serial killers being in the car at the same time are almost 0. All right. That was a joke, people. All right. I don't know. Well, what are you reading? What have you just been reading currently? Like in the last, have you read anything last week?
what did I read last week? I don't think I read anything last week. The last 2 weeks, I worked 66 and 65 hours, so I didn't read much last week. I need to get caught up.
And so I know that, like, I know you recently got like some pretty cool grails, though. You're like, I mean, well, it could be personal grail, but I think they're like grails because you got that Michael Turner like Supergirl cover.
Yes.
Like Bruce says, we got
Yeah.
5 books this week. The schoolmaster, our school.
Well, it
teacher
would be
tells us
nice
we got
if we got the list sent to us, Bruce.
by like Wednesday or something. I was just
Tomorrow?
kidding, Bruce.
Yeah,
I
I've been trying to pick up some grails. So like I know whenever I first started coming on with you and Bruce and everyone told me that you're buying too much new comic book day books. You need to, save your money and get some grails. But which I tried for a while because my FOC, if anybody watched my FOC videos, I can have 35 to 45 books in that week's FOC. So yes, I do spend too much, but I started getting it down where it was down into the low 20s, into the teens. And then those 3 weeks that I did that, there's 3 or 4 books that I know I would have picked up for like $14 that have been selling for 150. And it's like, so I went back to my old ways.
Well, you know what? Just do what you want, man. You know what I mean? I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rob's Fat Stacks. It's just collect what you love.
Yeah,
Collect.
that's what
you
I'm
want.
doing.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to nobody else. You just do you. And I used to do that too. Like people would clown on me. Like I have friends that are just like into the old school books, and why do you get all those new books? They suck anyway. And I'm like, I felt like they're trying to shame me out of buying, like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't want to get them or something. But then I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna get what I can within my budget. I still can't get a lot. So that's the one thing why I don't get the absolute is because I'm going to keep getting this right here, Transformers, until they quit making them, until they quit doing it. And we got Jeff. He's chimed in about this 5-book thing. 5 books. You'll be hearing from my agent for a contract renegotiation.
Pops, are you quoting Hackers, Pops?
He might be. Serial killer, Frosted Flakes, fruit. That brings me another joke I remember. Okay, he says, Jeff, your agent signed off on nude appearances. Uh-oh. Going to do like the pantyhose ad like Joe Namath used to do, or Burt Reynolds. Did that one where he's nude.
No, Jeff's going to pull off the Buffalo Bill.
Another joke was, did you hear about what happened in my hometown the other day? They found a woman dead in a bathtub full of Fruity Pebbles. The police think it was the work of a serial killer. We got them talking about agents and everything over here. Yeah, you need to get at least a 4% bump or something, Jeff. I don't know. We're going to have like, you know how they have the Screen Actors Guild? What they have the Kingdom of Nerds Guild. So we'll all have cards and everything, you know.
Hey, I'll take a Kingdom of Nerds card.
Yeah, we need to get some cards. I'm gonna get some Heroes for Hire cards too one of these days, or something. I need to get
laminated ones. Laminated ones.
Yeah, get them laminated. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I need to get some stickers. But I'm just too cheap. Yeah,
like my Justice League cards that I got when Absolute first came out.
There you go, Bruce. Print them out for us. I'll be
there we go, Bruce.
Kingdom Nerds member. There you go. So I don't know, man. I just like talking to people. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm going to ask you a question. I'm like, I don't know. So did you start, how long have you been collecting the statues behind you?
Oh, the statues. I want to say that was 2007 or 8. So, I used to watch G4. Did you watch G4 back in the day?
I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, I watched that religiously. And I remember whenever Attack of the Show first started going to Comic-Con and stuff, and I saw the sideshow statues of Luke and Han dressed as the stormtroopers. Mm-hmm. I remember showing my wife that, and I'm like, man, baby, you imagine having stuff like that? That would be so cool. And I remember thinking in my head, like, I'll never be able to afford stuff like that. And then I found the website, and I would look at the stuff, and I would sit there looking at it. And then I got a job where I was able to work overtime, and I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, well, baby, if I work, like 60 hours a week, because at the time I was putting her through college. She wasn't working. I was putting her through college. We're like, if I work 60 hours a week, could probably swing getting a statue here and there. And that's how it started. So I bought one statue. It was over here. It was a Batman statue that I have. And then I have a Cyclops. That's actually this Cyclops. That was the second statue I ever bought. And back then, they were relatively cheap. They were like $279. Whereas, like, I think the last one I bought was probably, it was this Cyclops. That was $900. So they've gotten crazy expensive.
Phil says he recycles his books when he's done with them. That's I don't know if I would do that or not, but Bruce is wanting to know if I can get you to show off your statues.
They're right there.
It might be. They're just behind them. You can see them. I don't know. I'm too lazy to. He's probably too lazy to get up and get them, and I'm probably too lazy to ask him to do it. I don't know.
Rushmore of heroes. Everyone's gonna say I'm basic because I grew up loving Superman. I love Spider-Man, Captain America, but I love the original Captain Marvel, who is now Shazam, but the original Captain Marvel, I love him. Wonder Woman. Actually, my wife and son laughed at me when I told them this, but the first time I ever pretended to be a superhero, it was Wonder Woman, because I would watch the Wonder Woman with Linda Carter with my sisters, because I have 4 sisters, all older than me. I'm the youngest by far, 9 years younger than my closest sibling. And they would always watch Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. So that was literally the first superhero I ever pretended to be was Wonder Woman.
My cousin would do that. He tried to make me be Steve. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll be Superman or something.
I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old, but I remember that. That was the first time I ever did. And then I saw Christopher Reeve Superman. I was like, oh.
Uh,
Yeah, Vogs. I love
Jeff says
Rogue.
he
You can see
promised
Rogue
to,
right there.
if the Thanos statue.
What's that? Did I miss something?
I said for sale. And
You cut out, Matt. I didn't hear what you said. I heard you say something about Thanos.
He said, Jeff said that you promised him the Thanos statue have first dibs if it ever goes up for sale.
I don't remember that, Jeff. I do remember saying when I sell my comics, you'll be the first one to ever I'll sell to, but I never said anything about Thanos. Thanos was a limited statue. That was one of the first statues that like got real big.
Yeah.
When it came out, I think it was limited to 500, and it sold out in like 6 minutes on the website.
Hey, Kenneth Bird's here.
What's up, Kenneth?
I guess Jeff's saying he has a selective memory. He just wants to hear what he wants to hear. You know what's about the interesting about that Thanos statue is I watched an interview last year with Josh Brolin. It's like a real in-depth interview. And he's got that statue in his house. It was gifted to him from Marvel Studios, and he lost his left hand. He said, well, we moved, and I can't find the damn left hand to it anywhere.
Oh, yeah, because the left hand is lights up. He's holding the gauntlet, and it lights up. Yep.
He said, I still keep it out here, even though I don't have the hand, because it reminds me of – and, hey, let's talk about that for a minute. Josh Brolin, he was a great Thanos, I thought.
Yeah, really, he was great.
That was just awesome. And then I think
I liked him as Cable.
Yeah, I thought he was great as Cable, too. They had to make him look a little bigger, though, because he said, because I am short and Cable's supposed to be, like, real tall. But
yeah, Cable's supposed to be, like, 6 – what's Cable supposed to be, 6'8", something like that?
Yeah. And Pop says that Linda Carter was my first crush in the 70s besides the Farrah Fawcett poster. Hey, I had a crush on her, and I didn't even know what feelings I was feeling. You know what I mean? I was that young, but I watched reruns, but because I was born in 76, but they still showed it. And also, Aaron Gray from Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Oh, Lord.
I've never seen Buck Rogers.
All right. Well, if you know, you know. And then I can't remember. Does anybody know? Is it Donna Mills, I think? She was on that show with Lee Majors called The Fall Guy. And
I watched The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Woo! She was a baddie. I know that. So was Farrah Fawcett, like Charlie's Angels. And then all the Charlie's Angels were really nice. Though I could talk about that all night, though. But you know me. If you talk about TV or movie, I'll talk about it all night. Well, you got any for people like getting into the hobby? Do you have any like tips for them, like the mistakes you may have made?
If you're getting into a hobby and you're like fresh, I mean, just like everybody says, buy what you love. Don't go chasing books. Don't feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses. You know, buy what you love. Stay in your budget. Because this hobby can clear out your bank account quick. Stay in your budget. And, you know, if you miss out on a book, it's all right. I mean, it's going to hurt. Trust me. It hurts when you miss out on a book, but you'll be all right.
Bruce says the biggest mistake was not listening to him.
I don't know about all that, Bruce. I lost out on a couple of big books because I listened to you, Bruce.
Lady Prime says to focus on one thing. That's actually a good idea.
Like, that's a really good thing.
I try to focus on like I didn't try to go like I'm going to get every Silver Age book coming and going or every Bronze. I focus on like I want to get like horror stuff, and then when it comes to like when I'm actually the only runs I'm actually trying to collect is G.I. Joe, Real American Hero from the Marvel run, and Uncanny X-Men from like. Basically when Claremont started, right?
Yeah, I need to go back and read all that stuff because, like I said, I didn't grow up reading comics. So, but I always hear everybody talk about that Claremont run.
The only thing is about collecting Uncanny X-Men from the 80s and 70s is it is a very expensive books to be collecting for the most part.
Yes, Lady Prime exactly.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
because I
go ahead.
I collect the statues, I collect comics, I collect fountain pens, I collect first edition books. I mean, I collect a lot of stuff. So usually the way it works with me is I'll jump from one hobby to the other, and then I just end up swinging back around. Right, the last 2 years basically, I've been on the comic hobby. I'm probably gonna stay with it because this is my main one, but I have been itching to get a new statue. I haven't gotten one in a couple years.
And like I'm getting into like collecting like horror movies, and VHS and then vinyl. I collect like vinyl records sometimes, and then toys. But I'm like you. I kind of mainly just if it comes down to me buying a GI Joe action figure from the '80s or getting my comic books, I'm going to get the comic books. I don't know if that makes sense. But if I have like any more disposable money, I will go. Well, I'll pick up that GI Joe. I kind of do it like half-hearted. I know there's people like with GI Joe or the statue game, they go all into that, and that's what they do. And I respect that if that's what you want to do. I know Jim Mint did that a lot, and
Yeah,
also
Jim Mint. I remember watching him back in the day when he was all about the statues.
Yeah, and then we got Jeff said, "How about just have fun? If it's causing you heartache, you ain't doing it right." That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. You're supposed to be enjoying it, but I like that. Like when they said there's a meme where the guy's like giving the side eye. And it's like people spend up to $300 a year on their hobbies, and it's like, really?
It's like a year or a day. Yeah, I got a couple of Visconti fountain pens, and Viscontis are probably the most expensive ones I have. I have the magma one that's made out of magma rock from a mountain in Italy. But I've always wanted to get a Mont Blanc fountain pen, but I've heard they're really cool. I heard they're not the best writers. It's just the name, but I still want to do it one day.
That Callie's like 300 times. How many times? I just spent 300 a day.
Oh man, I got a short box right here of the comics I literally bought today.
Liquid, not hot magma. Yeah. I just like there's always something like I'll be like, and I have to like do this like I don't know about you, but I have to like do this internal struggle in my head. Like, okay, if I what I do is I get a notepad out and I go, okay, I'm wanting to get these books from eBay this month. Okay, how much is that going to cost me? All right, I need to know. Okay, mycomicshop.com or Lone Star Comics, how much my pre-order is going to be, right?
Yep.
And then like, okay, well, maybe I picked up something on a claim sale, somebody's holding it for me, or maybe I got something from Bruce. I may owe him like some money, so I have to. Sometimes I'll forget, and I will have to go and check with people. Like my friend Cheap Comic Collector, I'm like, how much money do I owe you? Because I can't remember. But Rob's really great about it because he's like, man, I'll hold them for you. You're cool. He'll hold them for you for 2 months. He says that you're not the only one. He told me not to worry about it. So
I'm hoping with Comics Curing Cancer this week, man, I'm hoping to pick up a grail or two so my goal right now is to pick up one personal grail a month. And right now I'm looking for Detective Comics number 359. I want the first appearance of Batgirl.
That's what Will wants, that one too. That's one of Will's.
Yeah, that's one I really want. I'm hoping for like a 6 to a 7, maybe. Well, I don't know if they're gonna have one. I'm waiting for tomorrow when all the previews come out and we can see what everyone's gonna have. So
I think my next the two next big ones I want to get are Captain America issue 100 when they brought the series back to the title because it was Tales of Suspense and they changed it to Captain America on issue 100, and Conan the Barbarian number 1, and I'll take a 4.0 in that. I don't have no illusion of getting a 9.8 because preferably I want to get it raw though, because especially a book that expensive, you're probably best to just get a raw copy and press and clean it. I mean, if you can find a good copy of it, but I'm uncomfortable buying a book that big on eBay. I don't know if you know what I mean, but like I feel like I need to wait till I go to like Heroes Con
Yeah,
So I can
you would
actually
feel
look
more
at it.
comfortable because you can look at it, you can
Yeah.
negotiate. Yeah, I hear you. Like I bought my Michael Turner Supergirl. I bought that on eBay, but I would before I bought it, I'm like, I looked at the guy's reviews. I looked at how many sales he had in the past. I
Yeah.
looked up the number to make sure it was a legit number. And then because when I got it, like I'm I got allergies. I'm fighting allergies. I'm sorry. But I was expecting to pay well over $1,000 for that Michael Turner Supergirl, maybe even 1,100. And when I got it for 850, I was so excited. Now, don't get me wrong, expensive book. It's a lot of money. But when I was expecting over 1,000, and then I was thinking like, did I just get a really good deal, or was this not a legit sale? But I mean, I paid for it on Monday, and I had it by Wednesday or Thursday, so
That's
I lucked
awesome.
out. But yeah, it's scary buying books like that on eBay.
Jeff's like, well, Jeff, I'm kind of on that ride too. The golden age horror, like pre-code. I've been looking into getting some like Vault of Horror and I don't know if they're horror books. I think they are. The shock suspense stories.
I
Like
would
some of
love
the
that,
cheaper
but
ones you can get. You know,
that stuff's expensive, even for
yeah. I
like
mean,
oh
if you get into
2.0.
that, if you get into that being your game, you're going to be getting $1 a month, maybe. That's about
And
as
that's
far
all
as
you're
it's gonna go.
getting. You're not picking up new comic book day or
Yeah.
nothing.
No, there's no new comic books you're getting.
Nope.
You might as well forget that. Well, I mean, unless you win the Powerball or something. Now, man, I'll tell you what. If I won the Powerball, yeah, there would be signs. There would be subtle signs because there would be like a big wall behind me of all these golden age comic books. Joe
My
Doolin
statues will become life size.
Yeah, I just have like this entire life size like
Yeah.
museum room. You know what I mean? Of course, I'd probably just have a big like I don't know, like a big compound or something like Rob Deerdeck or something if I had that much money.
Yeah, I'd be like, Margot Robbie, how much would it cost for me to have you dressed as Harley Quinn to stand behind me for 1 hour while I do a stream?
You know, if you had that much money, you could probably get that done. I'm just saying. I mean, like they do appearances.
I mean,
some of them do appearances.
if you win the like the 1.2 billion in in the Powerball and you're the
Yeah.
only one, yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, if you were the only one. But I mean, stranger things have happened. I guess I could
Yeah.
at least maybe get Linda Carter to show up. Maybe not dressed as Wonder Woman, but she could show up. You'd probably have to do it in like a public setting though, because they're like, I'm not going to some weird fanboy's house or something. You might have to set it up like.
Well, I
on
mean,
remote somewhere.
it'd be if you're winning 1.25 billion, it's like, hey, this is my house. She's like, where? I'm like, you see that estate right there? I own all 2,240 acres. And
You could
that is an actual number that I want because I've already figured it out. That is 3.5 square miles. I would love to own that.
I was joking with Jeff about this the other night. We were watching Friday the 13th movies. And I said, if I had that kind of money, I would just probably go to New Jersey and buy Camp Crystal Lake.
Is that where it is? Is it still there?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
the
it's
camp
still
still
there.
there?
They have, yeah, you can actually go there. You can go there and stay the night.
Oh,
If you
that's
buy, like,
awesome.
their MVP package, I'd love to do it one day. That would be like the ultimate horror movie pilgrimage, wouldn't it? One of them. I mean, you can also stay in the Poltergeist house. It's an Airbnb now.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah, I think you talked about that on your stream.
Yeah.
Well, board 6 or 7. Are you shocked that it's that low or that high? What are you asking? I don't know if you're like one of those 9.0 or nothing people. Yeah, I would love to do that, especially if they had a guy like Jason just walking around.
Yeah, well, they have some kind of like thing that they have like a movie, like they show movies, and I think they do have some guy that, like, I don't know if he jumps out and scares people. That'd be kind of cool though.
See, I've always wanted to win the lottery, own a compound, have my family and friends move in. Like, hey, here's here's 1.5 million, build your house. Here, build your house. You know,
Yeah.
everyone gets, 20 acres, but we're all gonna have like decks going out to a lake that I want to build. And I would love to have like that inflatable screen projecting into the movie. And then we all gotta sit in like a floaty type thing while we're watching Jaws
Yeah.
and Crystal Lake and things like that, and feel the fish
Yeah.
touching our feet and freaking
That would
everybody
be
out.
great.
Yes.
You got to hire a kid to dress up in a wetsuit and jump out of the water.
Yep.
Maybe and you have like a scuba diver with like a fin swimming around for Jaws. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, but
They did that
I have
somewhere.
a
Don't they? Like there's some place is it in Martha's Vineyard where they do that though? They like show the film while they're floating around out there or something. Or it might have been.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if there's somewhere they do that. That's pretty cool.
But the town where the camp is at, see, it was an old Boy Scout camp. And so that somebody bought it and refurbished it so people could stay there. But like the whole town is just embraced being the home of Friday the 13th. Like you go into stores and there'll be like cardboard cutouts of Jason Voorhees, and hockey mask everywhere. So I kind of love it. Like they kind of like, instead of like, some towns will be like, oh, this is horrible. They're going to do this horrible movie here. But no, they kind of leaned into it.
Yeah. That's cool.
He just doesn't
I would
know
love
what
that.
6 and 7 means. He said, I don't know what the kids are saying these days. He's talking about the grade, like a CGC, like 6.0 or 7.
Yeah, I'm looking for like a 6 or 7 CGC grade wellbore for Detective Comics 359.
He's going to put it in a glass. He's going to put it in a plastic prison. That's what he wants to do.
Yes. I'll just read the book on DC Infinite, but the one I have, it's going to be in there.
All right.
For archival purposes only.
There you go. I'm looking for a 6, 7. Oh, he's saying he tried and failed to tell a joke, but it's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. They're not all winners, Like I did on out of context panels. Sometimes like they don't always hit the mark, It's all good. Is there any TV shows coming out or movies you're coming up you're looking forward to?
Ooh, I'm looking forward to Welcome to Derry. I'm looking forward to Star Trek. What is it? Starfleet Academy. I'm a big Trekkie. I love Star Trek. So every series I watch it.
What is your favorite series and why is it Deep Space Nine? I'm just kidding.
Deep Space Nine is, man, so I grew up watching Next Generation. Like I was 7 years old, sitting in front of the TV watching Encounter at Starpoint from the get-go. And I love Picard. I love Data, Riker, like all of them. But
Worf's my dude, man.
But I'm not gonna lie, Deep Space Nine is probably the best Star Trek series. As much as I love TNG, and as much as I hated Deep Space Nine at first because I didn't like how Sisko was just mean to Picard. I'm like, bro, don't be mean to my boy Picard. He's already gone through all this as Locutus. He knows what he did. He didn't do it on purpose. But I still fell in love with Sisko and all the characters from DS9. It was such a good series, man.
Dax. I love Dax.
Yeah, Dax.
Dr. Bashir.
Jadzia Dax. Yep.
Yep. And I like when they had the holodeck missions. Remember they'd go on the holodeck and have these episodes in the holodeck with the lounge singer. What was his name? Johnny something. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, when Bashir and O'Brien would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I love it how at first O'Brien didn't like Bashir.
I know.
He just couldn't stand him. And then they were like best friends when it was over.
And I liked Odo. Odo was pretty cool. He had a really cool backstory. And I like when they got into the Dominion War. And
lady, you just gonna name all of
she's naming all of them. She loves it too. And but then when I think what really happened to me was like my favorite time is when season 1 was kind of like this, like intro to it. I didn't like it, but that much. But when you get in like the other seasons, when Worf joins the cast, when Michael Dorn joined the cast, man, it really took off. You know, and they had the love interest with Dax, and that man, I was so upset when she got killed. I'm just gonna tell you, I was so upset. And but yeah,
I always thought it was funny. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but even on Star Trek Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, when you knew it was going to be a Klingon episode, you knew you had to watch that episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I loved it when like you were saying, like when Worf showed up. Yeah, when Worf shows up, and then when Cisco shaves his head and grows the goatee.
Yeah.
Man, that's when DS9 is at its best.
Yeah, the Klingons went hard for the glory of the Empire.
Oh man, and during the Dominion War, man, I love the battle scenes, and then with the Klingons, how it was the Klingon guile.
So cool. The Cardassians. I love like the Taylor guy, the one that's like it was a spy.
Garrick.
Cardassia. I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but
Garrick.
him and the guy that played Dr. Bashir do a podcast.
Yeah,
where they like
there's a lot of them that do a podcast
and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. I love that stuff, man. Like, and Next Generation, that was like, I think the first season of it was kind of like, if I'm thinking right, it was kind of slow too there in its parts.
It was the first. I mean, there was some good episodes in season 1 though. Like Measure of Man was a great episode.
Yeah.
So there was you know when we first meet the Borg, that was a great episode. But
yeah, Q. Man. Remember Q?
Yep. Yeah, Q was there from the get-go, man.
Yeah, he was the first episode. The first episode. That's what's it called? Something at Farpoint.
They were on trial. Yeah, Encounter at Starpoint.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was great.
Just going back to his Spencer for Hire roots. Yeah, I remember on Spencer for Hire, he was like I can't remember his name. Was he Hawk? Was his name Hawk? I think. On that, it was like it had I can't remember the other guy's name that was in the show, but yeah, and he did drive Picard nuts. So Q did. Like he's really just a troublemaker all the way around. And then like they always had cool holodeck. Remember the episode on we're getting up to starting about Star Trek, but it's all good. One of my favorite Star Trek Next Gen episodes is the one where Geordi and Data went into the simulator, into the holodeck, and they were doing a Sherlock Holmes novel. And like, well,
Elementary, my dear Data. That's the name of the episode.
It's not challenging enough, so they made it too hard. Made it so hard that Professor Moriarty learned how to control the holodeck.
He became sentient.
Yeah.
That was Elementary, my dear Data. That was the name of that episode. Not that I'm a Trekkie or anything, and I know them. I don't know all of them, but there's some I do.
Yeah, he's an intergalactic sprite, isn't he? Q. Okay, his name was Hawk. Yeah, thanks, Wellborn. Who asked people riddles and shit? Yeah, he's like the imp Riddler. Yeah,
I think Jeff thinks we're going too hard on Star Trek.
Who does?
Jeff.
Oh, okay. Make it so, huh? All right.
Yes, an ode to Spot, right, lady? That was the name of the poem, an ode to Spot, when he wrote it for his cat.
Data and Yar Bao Chickawa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was what was that? The Naked Now episode?
I think
was that the name of that episode?
I think it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Jeff is the chat producer. Well, I mean, it's about comics and stuff, so I mean, like,
hey, Star Trek has comic books too.
That's true. I have some of them. I have a Deep Space Nine ash can.
Oh, I have one of those too. It's the one with the DS9 that's right on the cover, right?
Yeah.
I have that one. Nice.
We got Lady Fantastic said, "Don't hate."
Yeah, but I've been a Trekkie since I was a kid. Yeah, man, I was that little nerd watching Star Trek by myself. It's not like my family put it on, and I was forced to watch it. I watched it and put it on. I was watching the original series. I grew up watching the Turtles. but I think it was like 3 years before I ever got my first Ninja Turtle. Because, again, we didn't have a lot of money. So I used to draw the turtles on cardboard and then cut it out. And that's what I would play with. I would play with my turtles like that. And then I remember finally, after 3 years of begging my mom for a turtle, I'm like, look, mom, they're cheaper now. They're this much. And she's like, Mijo, when you're an adult, you can buy whatever you want with your own money. I said, but mom, whenever I'm grown up, I'm not gonna want to play with toys anymore. And I guess I broke her heart, and she broke down and bought it for me. And that was my first turtle. It was Michelangelo.
I remember that part too. I can tell you a funny story about this, Nerdy. The scene where they shot that, Mark Hamill says that they were see, Harrison Ford was always kind of laid back, So they were doing a take previous, and they had been in the crash compactor, right? So they're all wet and got all that crap on them. So the next scene, they're out of there. This is where they get out of the crash compactor, and they're all dry, and their hair looks fine, perfectly fine, nothing. And Luke Hamill says, "Wait a minute." He talks to George Lucas. George, shouldn't our hair be wet and have schmutz all in it because we just got out of the trash compactor? And he said, Harrison Ford looked at me and said, "It's not that kind of movie, kid."
Yeah. I love whenever Mark Hamill does his impression of Harrison Ford. Hey, kid, it's not that kind of film.
Yeah, and then he
says,
when he says something, he goes, "If they're looking at your hair, we're doing something wrong."
Yeah. But then, little do they know, nerds were going to grow up like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense.
I'm not one of them. I don't care. I don't know why
I'll notice stuff, but I'll still enjoy the movie.
Lady Prime says, my mom potty trained my brother by burying him TMNT underwear, buying him TMNT underwear, and told him if he pees in them, they will disappear, and it worked. That's awesome. Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's actually a good reverse psychology thing there too. Like, my dad just said, if you do it, God will cry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. That does remind me though, in the Family Guy, one of the early episodes, and he's like, they're potty training Stewie, and he goes to the bookstore and goes, I'm trying to potty train my son. Could you recommend a book? He goes, well, we have the standard potty training book called Everybody Poops. He goes, oh, no, we're Catholic. We can't read that. He says, oh, then you want this one. You're an evil child. That's concentrated evil coming out your backside. Perfect. He said, perfect.
Yep. Story checks out.
Man, I had fun on this one. Let's see. That's what I meant when I told you. Come on, I'm just going to wing it like some people go. Should I bring something? I'm going to ask. People always we're kind of worried about now. They've seen the show, and they don't worry about it anymore. So, well, I guess we've about got an hour. I don't want to keep my friend too much longer, but I want to tell everybody what's coming up, and maybe we can get Nerdy to be on the show on Thursday night. I don't know. Are you working Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. Well, never mind. Anyway, but Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, there will be no Comic Lounge because we're going to be reviewing Friday the 13th, Part 1. Me and Big Jeff. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. One of my favorite movies of all time. And I'm going to introduce to you guys next week. It's the last week for Horror Week for Bad and Good Cinema, where we play scary movies. And next Monday at 7 p.m., the 1986 film Trick or Treat, with cameo appearances by Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons from Kiss. And then Thursday at 9 p.m., Halloween. We're going to be talking about Halloween 1 and 2. But I just thought this was a cooler thumbnail, so I just went with this. And hopefully Nerdy can. I don't know if he's probably going to be working then too, I guess. But Big Jeff will be there. Adamantium Blade and One Collection Down. Fable said he's going to be there. Actually, Fable might be on the Friday 13th panel too. And then next week for on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. My special guest for this same show here will be Mon Comics. So I can't wait to talk to him. And, of course, the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza will not be at 6 p.m. Eastern live. I'm going to pre-record it, and it will come out at 10 o'clock on Sunday night. So if anybody wants to watch it, cool. If anybody wants to be a guest on that show, no, I mean like a guest, I'm going to pre-record it. I don't know exactly when. I'm going to have to wait till the Trending 20 and Hot 10 comic list comes out before I can that'll probably be like Thursday or something. So if anybody wants to record it with me, or I'll just go solo.
I'm sad you're not doing Alien.
Well, we do have Friday Night Fright coming up.
Okay, so you are going to go with that.
We're going to go with, yeah.
Okay.
Friday Night Frights will be very soon.
If you do Friday Night Frights, I'm down.
All right. It's starting Friday. It'll be Friday, starting in November. Friday at, I'm thinking, 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's what I'm thinking. It's a
Don't
good time.
we usually do another show on Friday around that time?
I'm going to have to not. I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm not going to be probably on that show much anymore.
Oh, man. That's going to be weird,
But,
Matt. I get used to people. I don't like change.
No. Well, I'll be on the Sunday one. Maybe I could do it at 6 p.m. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it backstage. I don't know.
Yeah, but Alien,
I just want to
that
do
is
it like later.
probably
at night,
my
though.
favorite franchise. I love Alien.
I just kind of want to do it later at night, like because when I do it, like
Yeah, I hear you.
Nobody watches it, man. So
I hear you.
Maybe we could do it.
Hey,
like
I know. I know. I got I'll post a video and like if I get to 20 views, I'll be like, all right, nice.
I'm not breaking up the band. We'll figure it out. Either it'll be like at 6 or 7, maybe 7 o'clock, and then I'll just be late. I don't know.
Although that show
Anyway.
hasn't been on in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it.
That's why.
Wellbore's called me Yoko Ono. I have to tell for your information, I can sing way better than she can. Because here's Yoko Ono. All right. Anyway, have you ever seen the clip of John Lennon and Chuck Berry playing? John Lennon and Yoko Ono are with Chuck Berry, and she starts doing this caterwauling crap.
Yes,
and
I've seen that.
Chuck Berry does this. He goes, he gets this look like, what the fuck?
Yes, I have seen that. That's
a classic. If you've never seen that, it's on YouTube somewhere. I saw it on TikTok, I think. Well, anyway,
Yeah,
Nerdy, what do you
don't
got
have
coming
your-
up? What do you got coming up for your channel? And if you're not subscribed to Nerdy Geek, the link for his YouTube channel is in the description. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, please subscribe. I'm new to this, guys. I think this is my 5th month on YouTube. I went from being scared watching Matt a year ago, watching Matt on YouTube.
Yeah,
And then-
I remember.
And then I was afraid. I was the guy who was afraid just to like comment. I'm like, oh, if I comment, they're gonna think I don't know anything about comics, or they're gonna be like, oh, you don't know anything. So I was afraid just to comment. But then once Matt started talking about movies, I'm like, oh, I know that quote. I think that's how I started commenting with like, hey, that's a quote from this movie. That's a quote from that movie. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm new to this, guys. I'm still trying to learn. So, I'm still putting up your basic stuff. New Comic Book Day hauls, FOC video. Sunday I do my Snail Mail Sunday, which is just your unboxing video of everything I got from Whatnot or eBay, things like that. And then I tried my hand on doing a review, so I did a review of 2 books. So I'm still learning. I'm still trying. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, I understand. No worries.
And help me spread the word, though. He's got like 25 last time I checked. We need to get him up there to 200. We got to pump those numbers up. Like Matthew McConaughey quoted in
yeah, those are rookie numbers. We got to get those numbers pumped up.
We got to get those numbers up. We got to get those numbers up. I want him to be like nipping at my heels. I have like 565. I want him like right behind me. So anyway, but Lady Prime says she knows how you feel. You know what was great about this community, though? I was worried about commenting too when I first started, and But then I found like a little tribe of people. I don't really like to call it a community. I got a little tribe. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of a family, like a non-blood related family. But like, and my only advice for anybody that's doing this is like, just roll with some people you can trust or you feel you can trust, and don't make your circle too big because, well, for obvious reasons. I'm not going to get into that, but you know. All right, or you get some interesting.
It's a guilt by association.
Problems out of that. And another advice I can give people is have somebody to troll in the chat. And if you have a troll in the chat, just play it off.
Thank you, Lady Prime.
Just play it off. Like, who cares? At least they're watching. Oh, wait. Thank you, Lady Prime. You know what? I mean, really, honestly, at least they're watching, right? I don't know. We were talking about this last night when somebody did that. And they said something like, I don't know what's gayer. We were on the stream and somebody commented. We actually won him over, apparently, because he said, I don't know if I should even say this on the stream. So I don't know what's gayer, RuPaul's Drag Race or this stream. So we just kind of did this. Here's what I did when he said that. Here's how you handle that.
Oh, my.
Good old George Takei.
I just have George Takei on the ready. And he said, you know what? You won me over. He said, and he left. So it was actually kind of entertaining. He was actually kind of funny. So it was like,
hey, man, it worked for Howard Stern.
Yeah. And if
Howard Stern got so popular from all his haters.
Yeah. Hey, and George said, I've never heard of them. And also, if they do, just do another Howard Stern trick and call in and be like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. All right. I'm just kidding. All right. George's like, I never heard of a troll. And well, no, you do it in a nice way though. You're like joshing us, Wellbore. You know what I mean? There's
a difference between like
we like that
enjoying the show and just like playfully being a troll, and then actually being in there, just trying to see what kind of chaos you can have. That's two different things.
Or like like saying mean stuff about people, their looks or something, or it's don't do that. Don't do that. All right, but I'm all about the love. Like my friend Christina Payne, who's one of the greatest mods on YouTube in this comic book YouTube realm, and spread the love, guys. Just be kind to each other and respect each other if you can. I mean, I know that like some people don't get along, but let's try to like, for the most part, try to like be cool with each other because like there's not that many comic book fans out there. We're a dying breed, y'all.
Yes, we are.
You know what I mean? So we got to stick together. I know there's going to be like cults of personality and clashes of personalities, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we all make mistakes. But so anyway, I love all you guys. I love my friend Nerdy Geek. I remember when he said, I'm coming on your show, and he came on my show. I'm like, oh shit, he's coming on our show. And now he's doing videos all the time and hanging out with me and Bruce and on the panels on my channel, his channel. And it's just I'm so glad, man. I'm really honored to have got to meet you and get to know you. And I appreciate you being on the show.
Matt. You were always encouraging me like, hey man, just come on whenever you want. It's all right.
Yeah.
I remember.
It doesn't matter. And everything has to be perfect. My channel's not perfect. I tried to come up with like some slick intros the best I can, but it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, the thing is, the more you do it, the better you get at it. If you watch my videos from the first one I did to what I'm doing now, I didn't even know how to use StreamYard. I didn't know how to play the clips like it. I would have never in a million years figured out how to play that George Takei clip like that. Or how to even
I still haven't even figured that out. I still haven't even figured any of that out. I've done one live stream. It was the one you and I did like months ago when we were doing when I was doing the show with Dan. It's the only live stream I've ever done.
Well,
everything else I do is pre-recorded.
You should do more of them. It's I just kind of like the
chat interaction.
Yeah, I like to interact with people and like
I
don't know. It's just a good way because I didn't know a lot of comic book collectors before I got into YouTube. Like, so I would be telling my mom or my cousin about, hey, did you see this? What happened in Transformers this week, man? Optimus Prime was fighting Soundwave, and like they look at you like an alien just crawled out of your head, out of your ear,
Yeah.
you know. You're like, I don't want to hear about that. I don't care. Did you know? My cousin would be like, well, did you see the Dallas game though? I'm like, no, I was too busy reading Transformers. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Y'all, the chat's been great tonight, by the way. You really showed out tonight. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate Nerdy Geek being on the show. But I think our time has come to an end. But like Uncle Stan used to always say, until next time, true believers, Excelsior.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snoochie boochies.